Nobody actually talks about this, but when you are going through a heartbreak, a lot of the people don't really understand what the person is going through. Because I remember when I was going through a heartbreak, I felt pretty hollow inside. I felt like there was an empty hole right in the center of my chest. It was insufferable. It was a moment that felt like my whole life was in shambles. I was so used to that particular person, and that person is no longer around. And the pain is so much that you look at the clock. The clock is ticking, but the pain that you are going through, it makes you feel like time is moving slower. And no matter what anyone says, it just doesn't help because you're feeling all that anxiousness, that panic, and feeling like your entire life is just out of control and you just want to be out of that state. And the only thing that's on your mind is that nagging question. And that nagging question is, how can they do this to me? Why don't they understand how it is making me feel or how much pain I am in? And as the saying goes, with time you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And it took me a couple of years to find the truth. But today, I hope with this video, I can set you free. So maybe today is the day, now is the time, and the truth will finally set you free when I ask you these questions. Because the answer that I arrived to after years and years of suffering was that I was in love with the version of a person that they could be, not the actual person that she was. And the pain that I went through to realize that all this time I was going through all of this pain and I wanted someone to take all that pain away from me, and I couldn't find anyone. And I think that's one of the biggest testament to how I made my 15 days instant healing program. I became an instant healing hypnotherapist because I realized the pain that I was in at that time. If someone could instantly take me out of that pain, I would have taken up the offer. And I think that's one of the biggest motivation why I became an instant healing hypnotherapist. And I specialized in helping people breaking trauma bond, resetting their relationship attraction blueprint, helping them enhance their capabilities to attract quality relationship into their life is because I understand the importance of that. So I want you to just, first of all, before we begin, I want you to rate your suffering on a scale of 0 to 10. How intense is your suffering or heartbreak right now? On a scale of 0 to 10. 0 mean it's none, 10 mean it's the highest. What's the first number that comes to your mind? And whatever number comes to your mind first is always the right answer. Do not change that because your subconscious mind is incapable of lying. And by the end of this video, I'm going to make sure that it goes down to 0, or at least it goes down to a level where you are able to see the truth. I want you to understand something, what it's like to be in love with someone and being in love with a version of someone who you think they are. For example, you might have come across a moment in your life when you are walking in a crowd, you see someone and you feel like, hey, I know this person. I recognize this person. And you're so excited. You want to meet this person. As you are walking up to them, the excitement starts building up. You are so excited. You are finally going to meet this person and you have found him. And you tap on their shoulder and you go like, hey, and this person turns around. And as they turn around, you realize this is not the person who you thought they were. So for a moment, you go through some disappointment. So you apologize and you go like, hey, I thought you were someone else, and you start walking away. But have you observed, as you start walking away, that excitement that you had starts going down. The same is with love. The moment you realize that you were not in love with that person, but you were in love with the version of that person that you had in your head, it sets you free. So I'm going to ask you these three questions and I want you to answer them. The first question is, did you actually love the person who they were, or you loved a version of them that they could become? What is your answer? Answer that for yourself. What is the answer? Now, pause this video, answer this question. Now, let's move on to the second question. The second question is, did that person ever reveal that ideal version of themselves that you had in your mind to you, either by words or promises or by actions? Answer it for yourself. Pause the video, answer it for yourself. And when you are ready, let's move on to question number three. Now, question number three is, if that person was the version of the person that you fell in love with, they actually were. I want you to ask yourself this question. What was the point in relationship when they stopped being that person? Pause the video and answer this question. Now, the point where they stopped being that person, I want you to analyze that point. I want you to understand that this person might be the ideal version of the person that you fell in love with, but they weren't 100% match. And the point where they stopped being that ideal version of themselves was the moment of truth. Now, if you have answered all these three questions, lastly, all I want you to do is I want you to rate your suffering or how much heartbroken you feel right now on a scale of 0 to 10. And what's the first number that comes to your mind? And I bet the number would go down. You have had some moment of clarity right now. You have gotten the truth about were you ever in love with that person or a version of that person that they could be. And the truth will set you free. Now, if it didn't go down all the way to zero, I want you to get out of this heartbreak. So remember, I have a free course. It's completely free, 90 minutes of course. And in that 90 minutes, I'm going to teach you a lot of subconscious modalities. And the best part is, once you learn that, you will heal your heartbreak in less than 3 minutes. And there is a hypnosis present in that course in itself. So I'll leave a link in the description. I want you to set yourself free. And for those of you who feel like I want to dive deep into resetting my entire relationship pattern. I've been attracting these kind of partners into my life and I just want to break the cycle. I want to be a magnet for healthy, long-term, sustainable relationship. And I want to be able to hold on to such healthy, long-term, sustainable relationship. You can consider enrolling into my 15 days instant healing program. Because remember, I know what you are going through. And the very reason I created this 15 days instant healing program is that I don't want you to go through years of suffering that I went through. So I mastered everything. I discovered everything that I could. And I have combined them together in this 15 days instant healing program that helps you become a magnet for healthy, long term, sustainable relationship. The process is quite simple. You can sign up for a free mini therapy session with me. And if in this free mini therapy session with me, you can convince me that you are 100% sure about my program, and if you are 100% sure that this program can work for you and I can help you out, I will allow you to enroll into my program. And if your objective is to heal yourself and not to manifest your ex back, please do not try to manifest your ex back, because remember, there is a possibility that you might be in love with the version of them who you had in your head. So if you clear my free mini therapy session, I will allow you to enroll into my program. And I wish this video helps you guys reveal the truth about your relationship dynamic, and it helps you overcome your heartbreak, because we all deserve love. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Up until then, stay happy, stay blessed, and keep healing. Bye bye.